From Washington, this is VOA News. The Mosul Dam is back in the hands of Iraqi security forces, a warning of renewed violence in Gaza. I'm Victor Beattie reporting from Washington. President Obama says the U.S. military helped Iraqi forces and Kurds recapture a major strategic northern dam from Islamic State fighters. He said if the militants had breached the Mosul Dam, it would have brought catastrophic flooding to northern Iraq, killing thousands.
Iraqi and Kurdish forces took the lead on the ground and performed with courage and determination. So this operation demonstrates that Iraqi and Kurdish forces are capable of working together and taking the fight to ISIL. If they continue to do so, they will have the strong support of the United States of America.
U.S. defense officials say warplanes carried out 15 more airstrikes Monday against Islamic State militants near the dam, destroying their fighting positions and weapons. Palestinians have warned of renewed violence if Hamas and Israeli officials cannot agree to an agreement before tonight's midnight truce deadline. The two sides are holding intense indirect talks in Cairo after agreeing Monday to a 24-hour ceasefire extension, the third such truce in 10 days. Harp is a U.S. spokesperson.
We hope that they can agree to an extension to the temporary ceasefire. We have been having conversations, as you know, at a variety of levels to see if we can get some motion here.
The chief Palestinian negotiator Tuesday said the cycle of violence will continue in the Gaza Strip if the talks don't succeed. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu Monday warned the Israeli army is ready to respond with force if Hamas resumes rocket firing at Israel, as it did when the first ceasefire was about to expire more than a week ago. President Obama says the destruction of the last of Syria's declared chemical weapons stockpile is a major milestone in stopping the spread of weapons of mass destruction. Experts aboard a specially equipped U.S. vessel in the Mediterranean, the MV Cape Ray, completed neutralizing 600 metric tons of ingredients used to make sarin and other mustard gas, the most dangerous chemicals in the Syrian stockpile. Liberian officials have urged suspected Ebola patients to return to an isolation center attacked Saturday and looted by armed men. The government says 17 patients remain at large after the attack on the clinic in the West Point neighborhood of the capital, Monrovia. Looters carried away potentially contaminated mattresses, bedding, and gloves from the center. Information Minister Louis Brown warned the country faces the potential of a difficult-to-control situation. More than 1,140 people have died so far across West Africa since the Ebola outbreak was first detected in February in Guinea. There are now more than 2,100 confirmed cases of the disease. The World Health Organization Monday urged the affected countries to screen people departing international airports, seaports, major land border crossings, and stop any signs of the virus from spreading further. Ukraine says pro-Russian separatists attacked a convoy of civilians trying to escape fighting in the east Monday, killing dozens, including children. A spokesman said the rebels used Russian-made mortars and rocket launchers. A separatist leader denies the rebels attacked the civilians and blamed the deaths on Ukrainian forces. In Kiev Monday, President Petro Poroshenko said the offensive against the separatists in the east, while successful, continues to be at a very high cost. But he says millions have been freed and allowed to return to a normal life. Luhansk has been the scene of some of the heaviest fighting in recent weeks. Protesters and police engaged in new clashes late Monday in the central U.S. town of Ferguson, Missouri, amid tensions linked to the shooting death of an unarmed black teenager by a white policeman. A police official said 2 were wounded by shots fired from within the crowd of protesters. He said more than 30 were arrested. National Guard troops could be seen on the fringes of the gathering, Those troops arrived in Ferguson earlier Monday at the request of Missouri Governor Jay Nixon to bolster police forces following days of violent protests. The standoff occurred near the street where an 18-year-old was fatally shot by a policeman August 9th. I'm Victor Beattie.
That's the latest world news from VOA.